bowl right in his coffee cup. Then he heads off for the jukebox like he always does to play $2 worth of George Jones. He stopped loving her today. There's a jukebox at the Last Chance Saloon. 5 songs for $1. It'll play their favorite tune. Some will laugh, some will cry, some held at the moon. While they listen to the jukebox at the Last Chance Saloon.
Here's your host, Randy Finchem.
Oh, gosh, when you start off a show like that, you already know that it's going to be an interesting night. And, yes, we used to take sips of beer before we went on stage and started the show back in our younger days, but now we pass out chewing gum. That's how loud and rowdy we are here. We already have a motto for the show. If anybody was listening to the Facebook video stream, what's the worst that can happen? And we have about 90 minutes to find that out. We're going a little bit late tonight. The boys are back in town, and the girls. Miss Amanda's over there. How you doing?
I'm fabulous. I'm excited about the show.
Oh, yes. You know, and thank God we have a calm weather day, because it seems like every Tuesday, like Mark had said on the last show, Tornadic Tuesday. It's just like a rite of passage. There's going to be a storm. It got here a night early. Last night it got here.
Now wait a second. The storm's about to happen here in just a minute.
It is. Well, all right, we're glad to have you here, Miss Amanda. Awesome. Andy Parton's in the house. You looking good, man. Suave. Rico Suave.
At least somebody thinks that.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you know, I'm sure.
I commented on that, too.
Yeah,
I said
she
when
did,
I first
too.
walked in the door, I liked the shirt.
And I'm sure Miss
great.
Andy at home really loves it, too. I love that shirt. Seriously. It looks good, man. You doing okay?
Oh, yeah.
Nobody got arrested. Everybody's here. Nobody's got any visible marks on them. Well, Jason got arrested. Yeah. So, but he got bailed out. The court date is going to be put off, so you take all the good news you can get. So we're glad to be here. Great things happening on these two stations, WFMCJams.com, HeatFMRadio.com up there in New York City. Mr. Chris, how you doing? Brother, I've got the cough that keeps coming and going. Mr. Paul Cicero's here. Had a great group right today. We counteracted our very, what was the name of that song? Tacky song of last week with a very heartfelt song. So I think we're getting into heaven. I think we're going to actually get into heaven now. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to get to our guest. It's been long enough. Wait. Butt in, Paul. First appearance. Go ahead.
You brought me up. See, I'm butting in already.
I think we ought to sponsor every time you butt in. This butt in brought to you by Alka-Seltzer or something like that.
Preparation X brings you this butt in moment.
Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead. Well, it's been a fun show.
This butt in will be for Beano. Beano, the best.
No, but okay.
Charlie just messed up his flow.
I messed up the flow here. Get.
I was just going to say that Jason played the last week's song. Nice job. You okay there, Randy?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Headbutting microphones is never a good idea. Jason played the song we wrote last week for Rachel Dixon, the previous show's guest, out in the parking lot.
Oh, great!
And
she'll never come back.
She was. She said that she did not expect that was what it was about, and
it was kind of a love song. Really was kind of a love song. Okay. All right. Well,
so now I'm butting back out.
That's good. Well, I butted in on the last show enough. Mark and Jason, thank y'all for letting me butt in. Great show with Rachel Dixon, by the way. So she will come back, right, even after the song. Yeah. We love Rachel. Buzzy Orange, such a legendary guy right here on this stage. We got legends, up-and-comers, and people that just going after this thing, you know. And we got the Tuna Goat show tonight. This is the Tuna Goat show with these guys.
They're with the whole legend thing. Now you're just into that.
You know what? Everybody.
Legends and these two losers.
Well, let's get right to it. We love you guys. I've been looking forward to this show for a while. Chris, I think you've been on this show more than anybody. Is this the number 3 or number 4?
Oh, this is like number 5.
Number 5
yeah,
on your appearance.
Yeah, I keep coming back.
Well, see, you must be doing something right. Yeah. Either you're doing something right or you can blackmail every one of us, and we're not going to tell you no on anything. So who knows? But everybody, weeks back, welcome Mr. Christopher Long and Mick Kyte. The boys are back. Woo!
Hello.
I love it. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Thanks for having us down.
You guys are
Always
just
a pleasure.
fun. You read the. Well, Mick, I look on your Facebook page. Was that a horse I saw? Or?
Oh,
There's a,
I really don't.
not a
have-
whore, a horse.
wait, what type of page do you have, man? I'm not logged into that
That's
one.
a bad
Can't
page.
get into that without credit card.
Oh gosh, hey horse. Okay, flattery will get you nowhere. Okay, this is going to be great. This is already fun, isn't it fun? My gosh. It's all about the music with the Nashville Night Show.
yeah.
It is, and the Midnight Bandit Show.
And the amateur stand-up comedy.
But you guys, you travel. You've been traveling. Y'all travel around, play shows together a lot, don't you? You're up from East Tennessee, Bristol area. And how did you guys meet up? Because like Mark always says, since you've been here last, we have got other stations on board and a new audience. So how did you guys meet up?
We're really not sure.
It was.
You
first time
woke
we
up in an
played-
alley
first time
somewhere.
we played
Yeah.
together was at Jiggy Ray's in Elizabeth.
Yeah, that was the Dan Deal. benefit
Yeah, there was
thing.
our
Yeah.
buddy Dan Dill had a benefit. We had a benefit show to help him out with some. Yes, he had a really bad medical time a couple of years back, and
He was in the hospital for
a bunch
over
of
a month,
musicians
and-
got together, and we had about a 7-hour jam of just all the
Yeah.
local musicians coming out to help him, and that was where we met, and it's kind of been.
We met
It's
there,
built
and-
from there.
And then we kept on running into each other at songwriting shows and things like that. And for some reason or another, we both thought it was a good idea that we should team up.
Yeah. Well,
And then- well, something happened
I'm
that's
glad you
never
did, yeah.
happened. And,
It was meant to be. Just
well,
admit
something
it.
now. I've been down here with my buddy Jeff, or I've been in here with John.
Yeah, Mr. Condrani, I love that guy. Yeah.
But I've been here with a ton of other songwriters. He's the only person I've really co-wrote with.
Wow.
So it finally happened. I did actually co-write a song.
Awesome.
Actually, we're on like 3 now, so it's
there's been a few.
3 or 4, and it's
Every week.
different. Paul's over here. Don't fall out of your chair because I'm co-writing with someone. Don't fall.
The thing about it is,
You beat us all to it. Glad you
the
two
thing
all
about it
called.
is we don't actually meet up to co-write. We meet up to laugh at each other, and then songs
The
fall
songs fall out of it,
It's
so
always
it's
better.
mostly accidental.
It
Wow.
really is. And I'll play something that's just noodling while we're laughing at each other, and he'll go, "Ooh, what is that?" And next thing you know, we're writing a song.
Well, the funny thing is we went to this thing, this songwriters thing, and we were told to never write a song off of a lick, and I'm like, oh crap, that's all I do is write songs off of licks. So we're sitting down in the basement, and I'm trying to think, okay, structure, and he does this lick, and I'm like, oh dude, that's a song, and it went from there, and now we have. It's a long song, but it's a cool song.
I've seen it. You did a video for it on Facebook, right?
Oh wait, that one. He's got a better story for that one. We wrote a song about coal mines back home, and how we were Scotch Irish, and it got real deep, and it came out of him doing a lick on a song, and then the one you're talking about, Boot Prints, that came from just a strum of a D chord.
Yeah.
That was it. Next thing you know, we wrote
hit
this
my
song.
chord.
Wow. Well, it's great to have you guys back. And you're back in town for a few days, right? You played the Commodore last night.
Yeah, I was at the Commodore last night, and then we're both at Bobby's tomorrow doing that Bedpan South jam thing that Sam Cooper.
Bedpan South. That's I love that. Yeah.
We're doing that one. We're there at 1:30, I believe, is our stage time. I think Paul's there at 2:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was 12:30, but they backed me up 2 hours, so now you're opening.
Well, see, that works out better. So now we've got time to go to eat.
Yeah, we got time to get out of there.
I get time to leave.
That's put in Paul for the Bedpan South show.
Wow. Man. So
Yeah, there's a lot of love in this room tonight.
there is. This has been fun. I'm starting to coughing. I've had coughing fits here, so if I start coughing, it's because I'm laughing. You guys can't be this funny.
Now
when I'm trying
his
to-
voice was out yesterday, and
Scary.
yes, and he sounded like Froggy from the Little Rascals.
Oh, wow.
And that was his name, Froggy.
Well, we started late. We are going to make that time up a little bit after the 10 o'clock thing. But the thing about it is we have a commercial break we go to on the top of the hour, and we're about there. So, Brian, can we hit that commercial break maybe a minute and a half or so early? And whenever you're ready to key it up, and I guess I'll give you about 10 seconds here if you got the time to key it up and say that you're listening to the Nashville Night Show on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network.
You're listening to Music City's finest on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network, NSRNlive.com. Back to more great music and interviews on Nashville Night.
All right, we're back. I guess we're going to say this is hour number 2. And, we won't be, yeah, we'll go. We can clap. We can clap. This has been fun. Nashville Night Show live from the Last Chance Saloon, 8144 McMinnville Highway, right here between Manchester and Morrison. Right, Amanda?
Yes.
Y'all, all the M's here,
Yes, we do have a lot of them. But we need to get to a song before
Yeah,
we
let's get to a song. Chris song, Mick, Kyte. You know what? Let's go left or right. How about we hit it with Chris?
Okay.
Chris first.
I guess I'll go first.
We're going to do it back to back.
Make Chris go first.
All right. I'm going to try to do nothing but new ones. That doesn't work out well because Randy always requests one of the old ones. So it's kind of mandatory I do that song.
Yeah.
This song's called The Hurricane. It's about a road back home that there was a bad wreck on it a long time ago, and the legend has it that you'll see this headlights from the guy that was speeding around the curves coming at you. And if you see him, that means you're going too fast and you're going to wind up just like him. Problem is we called it Hurricane Road. I could never find that on a map. I had no idea that they were actually saying hurricane. They just say hurricane back home. So anyway, this song's called The Hurricane, or if you're from my hometown, The Hurricane. There's a two-lane blacktop, Virginia back east. It's called the Hurricane, no it don't forgive. Many men have come along and gone down in flames, but the hurricane, no it won't be tamed. He had the sweetest ride, bound in all 3 states. Said he'd take anyone, anytime or any place. Pulled onto the hurricane on a dark, stormy night. He put the pedal down, ready for a fight. Everybody begged him, and I said, please don't go. Hurricane, she's a demon more than she's a rose. Said I gotta do it, just sure it can be done. It's not a race if no one's won. It was a battle for the age. Fought between his Camaro and the curves of the cane. When the lightning flashed and the lines stayed closed in, he knew the hurricane, it was gonna win. Well, his tires squealed as he took a hairpin turn. He flew through
just rides on by. You're on a hurricane on a dark, stormy night. You just might see his ghostly headlights. And if you do, you'll wind up just the same. 'Cause a hurricane, that can't be tamed. A hurricane, it can't be tamed.
Chris Long,
Hey.
Nashville night. What a way to kick off the show. I love it. I love it. Hey, before I forget here, prayers out to Miss Judy Sarton out in Tahlequah, Oklahoma. Loyal listener to the show, was in ICU. They let her go home straight from ICU, but she's not. She's feeling pretty bad out there with blood pressure problems. So, Judy, I hope you're listening. We love you. Hope you're loving the guys here tonight. The back, Mr. Chris Long and Mick Kyte. And we got some check-ins really quick here. Vonda Burris from Ohio, Charlotte Frank McNanny up there in Pennsylvania. How you doing? Mr. Jamar Leith, who's coming to visit us here. Jamar is in rehab after some medical issues. We love you, man. Down in Chattanooga, we love you. And come back and see us. My cousin, Cass Pleasant, how you doing? Mr. Doug Tolston, love you, man. Stacy Bendall. Where are you, Stacy? Are you in Nashville? You are in Russellville, Alabama. How you doing? Michael McCarty out there in Texas. Sherry Dugan Nichols in Prattville, Alabama. We love Alabama. My gosh, do we ever. And Tammy. So it's going to get people checking in. Already great show coming on board. And how about Mick, you do a song here. Then, Amanda, we're going to talk about something that's going on in May right here in Warren County. But right now, to kick off the second song of the night, Mr. Mick Kyte. And great job, Chris.
Thank you. I don't know why I always let Chris lead. This song doesn't really have a huge story behind it, but remember last summer on the solstice we had the moon closer to the earth, and it's been a long time, and you could sunbathe outside at midnight, and it was really bright. Yeah. Well, I was sitting there watching it, and I was just amazed that we were out by a fire behind our house, and I was just amazed at how bright everything was and all that. And I started looking around on social media, and people were talking about it being the strawberry moon and the moon of intentions, and I was like, well, that's cool.
Yeah.
So. Well, I woke from my sleep in the middle of the night, wondering why that big loving moon was so bright. It hurt to say goodbye, so I'm just gonna go. My ratty old boots heard that dirty old road. The strawberry light, it'll set us free under the midnight moon of intentions. The strawberry light, it'll set us free under the midnight moon of intentions. When I snuck out the door, that old porch poured wrong. If you don't stop me now, you don't care that I'm gone. I ease down the driveway before I fire my old truck. It's 'cause I know the answer's no reason to push my luck. That strawberry light, it'll set us free under the midnight moon of intentions. That strawberry light, it'll set us free under the midnight moon of intentions. A girl like you ain't gonna be single too long. That's just how long I'm gonna be gone. I grab another gear, toss my phone out the window. think I burned that bridge and I decided to go. Got dust on my boots, I got holes in my jeans. Was dodging the raindrops, walking in between. A strawberry light, it'll set us free. Under the midnight moon of intentions. A strawberry light, it'll set us free. Under the midnight moon of intentions. Under the midnight moon of intentions. Under the midnight moon of intentions.
Mick Kyte, Nashville Night. See, that's cool. It rhymes. Mick Kyte, Nashville Night. Love that. Love that. Andy. Oh, go ahead.
You know, I like that, Under the Midnight Mood of Intentions, you know, and that was really good. It sounds like a song kind of like around a couple, maybe, you know. But, you know, speaking of couples, I believe someone in here has something very special coming up, I believe.
A court date? Is that what it is? We're talking about that?
I believe Christopher Long over here apparently is going to be getting married.
Yes,
here
how could I
before long,
forget?
And,
Glad you pointed that out, Andy. Yes.
And
the lovely bride to be is in the house tonight.
And, if I'm
And
not
so is
mistaken-
the minister.
And so is the minister. Yeah.
There's actually some more really good stories about
God.
Does this lead into the tuna goat thing?
No.
Gosh, this is two stories.
No,
This
but
is
he wrote a
awesome.
song about it.
Okay. Now, you're going to be with me on this, all right?
I'm with you all the way, man.
So they asked me to be the minister, and you know, by the grace of God, late night TV and bourbon, I is one.
Say that again. The grace of God, late night TV, and bourbon.
And the internet.
And the internet.
Yeah, because you can become anything on the internet.
That is a great combination.
Yeah. So
I love this.
So anyway, it's a long story, but I saw it on TV. I said it really can't be that easy. The next thing you know, I'm a minister. But so Chris was looking for someone to officiate his wedding, and they asked me, and I was like, yeah, because they ain't that bright, okay? You got me officiating your wedding, but I got the idea that. And Chris, I'm going to kind of step on you on the next song just for a second, but this one's short.
I don't care.
I got the idea. Chris is a songwriter and a performer. I'm a songwriter and performer. We should sing the vows. I think it would be awesome.
That's a great idea. I love that.
We have one person who's being a very strong holdout on this.
Who would that be?
The
bride.
redhead shaking her head back and forth back here right now.
The bride.
Well, could she like rap them or something? You know, and one sings, one raps.
That would be great.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
that would be
compromise
awesome.
here, you know?
That would be funny.
But just to demonstrate how beautiful it would be if we sang the vows, Chris and I were going down to play at the bunkhouse one night, and as part of my songs, I came out and did this one because I wanted them to see how beautiful it would be if they sang the vows. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 songs in a row, and we'll just skip over Chris. All right?
Oh yeah. After this, we'll say, "Who is that guy?"
I'm a
beside
regular.
you?
And don't.
And this song,
He's been here 5 times.
this song you're about to sing, we have to give credit to your miss over here because she had the information. I told her, I said, "You've got some nuggets of information." She said, "I have nuggets." You know?
We will talk about what kind of nugget she is later.
She might have boulders of information here. You know.
So anyway, and you're going to agree that this will be a beautiful service, all right?
Let's see.
Everybody sing. Tell me, Geraldine, you take old Chris to be your man, to hold him and to love him every way that you can, in sickness and in health, in the rich times and lean, in good times and bad times and everything in between. Now tell me, brother Chris, you take sweet Geraldine to hold her and protect her and never let her be alone again? Do you take her around the hand and accept her as your wife, to hold her and to love her for the rest of your life? Now you're Mr. and Mrs. Tuna, the chicken of the sea, hand in hand and fan, forever you will be. Jerry, Lynn, and Chris together, taking on the world. By the power vested me from Tennessee and God's own word. Yeah, the power vested me from Tennessee and God's own word.
Yeah.
That is the coolest thing. I love this.
Beautiful.
I've got one thing to say. If
Yeah.
I ever get married for the third time, I'm calling you.
And on that-
You're doing my next wedding.
I'm there.
That
I'm
is
there.
a great idea. Now, if you did you hear that somebody else did that, or that was just something you totally came up with?
It just kind of rattled around and fell out.
That's awesome. I mean, along the lines of what Amanda said, if I would have had a wedding like that, I wouldn't have had to got married 3 times. And,
We were wrong the other two
oh my
times.
gosh, yes, that is awesome. Seriously. Yeah. So what are they going to do when you sing this? Are they going to like, Geraldine, you take it? They're going to say, yes, I do.
No, Geraldine will shoot me because she's not going to let me do it.
Oh, okay.
She is a strong holdout against singing the vows.
Just hold on to that because you're probably going to get a lot of requests after this show.
Oh my gosh,
A lot of
I
people
love
are going to
that.
be booking you for their
Seriously.
wedding.
I am available
Singing.
for hire.
There you go.
Singing weddings. I do think you're onto something definitely with that.
I think it's great. The barn wedding thing is really big these days. That fits right
There you
into
go.
that.
The barn.
That just
And
is
I thought the
perfect.
best thing to do would be to sing it like Waylon.
I would love that. Yeah, that's the way Waylon would have done it too, man. Very cool. That's a first. And Andy, I'm glad you brought that up very much. Hey, not to break the chain here, but we're going to get right back to the show. We got something. Amanda's got something coming up here at the beginning of May, just a little over a month away.
Yeah.
So get your plans together and get up here to what is it? What's going on here at the beginning of May?
The first weekend of May, we've got Folk Fest at Stonewood Bluff, which is happening right here in McMinnville, Tennessee. Huge whole weekend music festival. Actually, 3 of the guys are here right now.
Who's opening the festival?
That would be Paul Cicero or Bud and Paul, whichever one you want to call him.
The party's going to get started right away.
It's going to get started right, is the way it is. Jason Adams, also everybody knows, but then one of my really good friends that people don't really know yet that I'm introducing into this, Charlie Williams, is an amazing, amazing, amazing jazz guitarist. Let me rephrase that. Jazz pianist. And he is going to be playing as well. So there's a lot of people that everyone knows that have played here on this stage before, and then there's people that haven't quite gotten out there yet. So there's a lot of people that are just going to be playing, and it's going to be a great weekend, and we want everybody there. You can check it out on Facebook, Folk Fest at Stonewood Bluff, first weekend of May. Be there.
Yeah, that's going to kind of kick off the summer. I mean, this is going to be a great year.
It's a mini
music-wise.
room.
Yeah, mini room.
That's
right.
the thing. Yes,
Yeah.
and you can actually afford to come
That's right.
and afford to eat,
Yeah.
and which makes it a lot better to me.
I love that. So, yeah, we'll definitely maybe touch on that 1 or 2 more times during the show. A couple more check-ins. Messina Quintana dos Santos is down in Brazil. She said hello, and I forgot a while ago to say hi. Howard D. Crane, love you, man, over in Ireland. I got to meet Howard a couple weeks ago when he was in Nashville. Mr. Gino Cummings has come to the show. He's down in Athens, Georgia. Hey, your brother Gino's in the house again. Good to hear from you, man. Right now we got Mr. Mick Kyte and Chris Long in the house. These are fun guys, and I love it that you guys you make this thing fun. I knew this night was going to be fun. There's some people that we meet on the songwriting journey, and I can be a downer too, and not a downer, but I can take things too seriously, and it's kind of. It's very cool. Chris, you write very serious songs, yet
Yeah.
you got a great sense of humor. It's something how that works out. They say like a lot of the comedians are the most cynical people or whatever, but it's kind of artistic. It is kind of a paradox would be the right word for it. Who got you into writing?
Oh Lord. Actually, I don't know who really got me into writing. Dad got me into playing.
Your dad was down here before. He was.
Yeah, Dad's come down here before, and I'm still working on getting him back out playing. But he got me into playing and taught me everything about it and how the band thing worked and how you do that. And then I just really sit around and started writing on my own. And probably in the early '90s, started popping out song ideas, and some of them are really bad. But there's a few of them that carried on, and then. That was right in the ironically, I'm wearing a Hootie and a Blowfish shirt, but during that time period when
gosh,
it was like
really?
I finally figured out a voice because I couldn't. The 80s was all that. You had to put parts of your anatomy in a vise to hit the notes, you know.
You did, yeah.
And
And you had to grab them like
couldn't
Michael
do
Jackson
that.
to do that. Yeah,
and that was
yeah.
awesome, and you could play the music, but you couldn't sing the stuff. And
Yeah.
then,
And
you
in
know,
the 70s, you had to play that funky music, White Boy.
yeah, and I'm
you know.
exceedingly white, so I couldn't do that. And
There is a cure for over-whiteness, they say, but I have not found it either. So.
Well, and then, you know, like I heard Hootie and the Blowfish and the Gin Blossoms, and I was already a Springsteen Mellencamp fan, and I love those guys, but in the mid-'90s, I started listening to that type, you know, that I don't even know what you would call that. It's not Heartland rock, but South Carolina college rock,
Yes.
I guess, and really got into that, and that was where I started writing, was into that style. And
Well, I know we've talked about some of that before, but you do have a very cool Hootie and the Blowfish shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
Cracked Rear View, one of the best albums of all
yes.
time. Do you
Yes.
have a favorite song off of that
off
album?
of Cracked Review, not to be stereotypical, but Let Her Cry is just such an amazing
love that.
song. It's,
Yeah.
and to hear Darius talk about how that it was written, that he listened to, what was it, She Talks to Angels?
Yes,
At
yeah,
a bar,
the Black Crowes
and he
song,
heard it.
yeah.
He heard that song in a bar and had him play it like 5 or 6 times, and then went home and wrote this song. He's like, "How would Bonnie Raitt sing this song?" And
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like, I can't hear anybody else but him do it. And it's like, there's not a lot of Hootie fans in the world unless you go to that wonderful city known as Charleston.
Well, there was about 14 million of them for that album, I think.
There was a ton. The sad thing is they missed out on those last 4 albums that were amazing.
Yeah.
But they just didn't get the radio play, and you know I don't listen to the radio, so I don't know what's on there.
Well, you're not missing much
I
unless,
know,
unless you're
it's,
not listening to WFMCJams.com and HeatFMRadio.com.
Well, we pulled onto Broadway down here, going downtown to the tourist part of town, and there was this mural on the wall, and it was like all these bro country guys on the side of some bar, and I was just like, 20 years ago, people have been rolling over their graves if they would have seen
Yeah, now they're doing
that.
backflips.
And now it's like, they're like, oh my gosh, they're making us money to do backflips, but, you know, whatever. It's just,
My gosh.
that's how the cookie crumbles,
Oh, yes.
I guess. But the guys I like still tour, and they still play music, but they just, that's what I like about it, is it's not mainstream, so you don't have to worry about all that.
That's
stuff.
right.
Yeah.
And with the internet, blessing and a
Oh,
curse
yeah,
for music.
the internet's awesome.
But
for
it
that.
is for our favorites who are still out there, both in country and rock.
Yeah.
They may not be getting the airplay, but they're still putting out albums. Hey, Brian, producer Brian, sent a great thumbnail. I don't know if he's using this for the show, and you guys can't see it, but I got a horrified look on my face with you guys in the background. I'll have to show this to you. Thank you, Brian, for that. Yeah. So I don't know if he used that with the show link tonight for.
There was
on
a
the Facebook
hurricane
show.
coming on stage.
There was a hurricane coming, but I love this. Thank you, Brian, for that. I'm sorry that I just saw it. Chris Cataldo checked in, too, from Heat FM Radio. So
Oh, cool.
he's listening to you guys, and thank you for everything you do. So how about kicking us, having another song?
Yeah.
I guess it's your turn.
It'd be my turn now, since he's embarrassed me enough.
It was your wedding.
Until
Colin.
the tuna stories start coming about, and then it's on. So I'm going to go. The sad thing is here I am all like, ha, 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 and then I write a song and you're just like, thank you, Grim Reaper. But
If it makes you feel any better, I don't know if you know this or not, but the lead singer of Tool is actually a stand-up comedian.
oh,
Did you know that? I didn't know that for years.
I'm a
Yeah,
middle
so
school teacher,
think
so we're
about that
kind of
for a
the
minute.
same. But
Yeah, yeah. So think about that for a minute. You can rest. It's okay.
now I wish I had a funny song. Could do that bear song I kind of wrote, but we're not doing that because I don't remember the lines. Anyway, the song here is called Scarecrow. It's about, it's kind of loosely about, you drive around back home and you see people who are still holding on to that idea that the small farm's feasible. And it seems like there's only a couple of people who realize that it's not, and one of them's that scarecrow out in the field hanging there just shaking his head. So that's where this song comes from. If I can remember how it goes. Well, I plowed these fields and I worked for my means, and I lived my life with blistered hands, and I lost my dream my loving in between. And I'm sitting here trying to understand. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. I'm Mr. Scarecrow. Won't you tell me what I need to know? Well, for some time you've been watching this life of mine, keeping out the liars, the beggars and the thieves. All the time has come. This life here is almost done. There's something out there for you and me. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. I'm Mr. Scarecrow. Won't you tell me what I need to know? What I need to know right now. Well, cold eyes that tell no lies, but you made me see it all. Hanging there like a prophet up on a cross. You never told me anything that I don't know myself. Oh, but through it all, you never failed. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. I'm Mr. Scarecrow. Won't you tell me what I need to know? We did the best we could, better than anyone thought we could. But you can't hold on for eternity. Now my bag's all packed. What's done is done and you can't go back. And I know you're out there looking at me. Well, hey, Mr. Scarecrow. Hey, Mr. Scarecrow. I'm Mr. Scarecrow. Won't you tell me what I need to know? Well, Mr. Scarecrow, won't you tell me what I need to know? What I need to know right now.
Christopher Long, Nashville Night. I love it. I love it. Hey, speaking of scares, Andy, what you got?
You know,
This doesn't.
you know that song speaks a lot. You know, scarecrows. You know, when you're out on the open road, you're going to come across a lot of things, and you know, a scarecrow will see a lot of things out there that some people want. And I think, you know, most of us when we're traveling, we're going to have an experience that's unforgettable.
Like getting chased or something like that.
Yeah, something's going to happen that we're not going to forget, you know, even if it's in a biker crowd, you know, or which that's a story.
You guys are marked, man. Your gigs are dangerous, aren't they?
Yeah. And,
I think I know where he's going with this.
Yeah, and there's another story, too, that you guys have to share with us from my understanding that happened on the road.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
I can't go anywhere with Chris without having a near-death experience.
So we're on the road to that rough town of Knoxville, and
I've heard of that place.
That's sarcasm intended. Well, it used to be. Anyway, so we're heading down to do a songwriters night with John Cadroni down at Poncho's Grill, which there's a great irony in that part of the story. And so we're driving down the road. We're just having a good time. We're just shooting the breeze, shooting the bull. I'm listening to his CD that he's getting ready, that he just released. He's playing it for me, and I'm digging it. And all of a sudden, here comes this metallic gold Oldsmobile with fake 30-day tags on it, and some less than stellar-looking gentlemen on the inside who may not or be from this country. And they kind of fit the bill of everything that you said, gang member, we're going to kill you and slit your throat. But anyway, so
it was all the bad guys in a Charles Bronson movie.
Wow.
Yeah, and he
Wow.
was just the guy driving. The other one was kind of hid by cardboard. I still don't understand that. But anyway, so we're driving down through there, and I'm just looking straight ahead, and I look over, and I see this haven't showered in a few years face looking at me going, you won't get this on radio, but it's a sight gag. It's just a mouth moving going. And then there's hand gestures start, which you can't see these on radio either unless you have really special powers. And then there's like these hand gestures, and I won't do them because they were very perverted. And I'm in a bar, and I'm sitting here saying I'm perverted. Anyway. But
anything goes here.
So all of a sudden he takes off and just zips past us doing like 95, and that car shouldn't have been because it's dangerous. But anyway, he zips in front of us, and then he zips over in the other lane. And then
and
we're
it's like bumper to bumper traffic.
Yeah,
I mean,
this guy's zipping in and out of traffic.
About 5:30 going M40 into Knoxville. All right.
So then we're still talking, and all of a sudden we see him slow down and get behind us. And he comes back on my side again. So he starts doing that again, doing hand gestures, and I'm looking at him going, this guy probably should not be driving. And I'm just looking all weird. Little did I know he was giving him the proper Tennessee one-hand salute. And so he takes off, zips in front of us again, and slows down. So at this point, we're like, better back off. And then I'm like, do you have a gun? He goes, no, I took it out of the glove compartment. Of all times. So then he comes up with this line, that next time we're in Knoxville, we'll always remember to have a gun in the dash. That goes into a song that we wrote about this later.
Wow. I'm glad you guys made it through, you know.
So, oh, no, we ain't done.
There's more.
This gets better.
So we're backing off. We've backed off, and we're sitting here. All of a sudden, here's all these tractor trailers, and here comes this metallic gold Oldsmobile. Zoom! Right down in between all of them, zipping across in front of them like on Frogger or something. Just shoom, right there on the side. Maybe you should call it Chupacabra instead of Frogger. But anyway, anyhow, so shunk right over there. There he is. He sits on the side of the road, waits on us to pass, pulls out behind us, follows us off Strawberry Plains exit, and then gets behind us and is following us on this 2-lane road. So conveniently, being products of the 1980s, Mick remembered how to drive like on Miami Vice, and we just zipped in and out. He zipped in and out of there, and we got away from him. But they followed us down this 2-lane road for a good distance. No idea why. I'm like, do you have a bumper sticker I should know about or something? I know. And it's like, there's nothing there. And it's like, we did nothing wrong. So it was in Knoxville of all places. I mean, it's like.
I know what happened.
Uh-oh.
You cut one of them off, and they choked on a chicharron and spilled the Tabasco sauce, and that made every one of them angry. You know?
And as the ACLU begins to file their lawsuit, the show continues.
No, I'm just giving a humorous scene, I'm making an explanation. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, we got back and we did the mature thing. We kind of forgot about it, except for we wrote a song called "Remember the Alamo."
There you go.
Beans and disease.
We can't play that one on the air.
Oh,
this is for us.
What dang! Now, before, was it you guys together, or was it just you, Chris?
It was
on that one.
The
it
bikers.
Was the bikers.
Yeah, I mean, you guys,
bikers and snipers, that made it into the song.
Bikers
too.
and snipers, and then Mexicans on meth. I mean, y'all have all this stuff, Yeah.
I don't know.
I never want to play a gig with you guys because it's dangerous,
This never happened to me before I started playing shows with him.
I'm wondering how much Condroni has in on this because.
Mick, remember this too. If you ever watch Breaking Bad, remember this too. If you ever watch Breaking Bad, Walter White was a teacher too before he became what he became. Okay. No, I'm getting texted here. I don't know who's texted me, but maybe it's the ACLU, Andy, that's texted me.
I'm innocent.
If it is, we'll play the song and really tick them off.
Oh, wow.
They're probably going to be like, these guys
Go
will
out
never
with a
sell
bang,
songs.
right? Go out with a bang.
Yeah, good thing I don't try to sell songs.
I love it. I love it. But it is fun. This is a fun show. We're having a great time here tonight. Gosh, Chris, really quick before we get back to you, man. I kind of cut you off there to get back on the Hootie thing, but you are a big Springsteen fan, and as evidenced with the last song, Mellencamp. I can hear a lot of Mellencamp in your sound.
Yeah, I get accused of that some. Actually, I get accused of that all the time. That's like, to me, that's the best compliment in the world is for somebody to say, man, that sounds like a Mellencamp song, or that sounds like a Springsteen song. It's like, cool, then I've been doing it right.
That's right. You're from Virginia.
I'm from Virginia. I'm like not from Mellencamp country or Springsteen country or Hootie country. I'm from like coal mine country where there's nothing, and like I grew up in an area that was really predominantly bluegrass people, and which is it's not my type of music, but I have some friends that are fantastic bluegrass musicians, and it was traditional country, and once again, was never really my music, but I respect it. I love everybody that plays music. And I was like the lone real rock guy, I guess. But I grew up with a dad who had Black Sabbath albums and Led Zeppelin and all this stuff laying around the house. So it's like, it was like proper education. But I really, out of all those albums, it was the old Creedence albums were the ones that I grasped.
Well, I hope you'll bring your dad back down here next time, because if you do, I'm going to get to the table and I'm going to say, I am Iron Man. And he'll know exactly what I mean.
And he'll start playing it.
Yeah, I love
it. Well, let's see. Yeah, he likes to give the pawn shops about 6 months to get new stuff in before he makes a run with me. So
very cool.
That's what we do is we hit the pawn shops, and I rescue guitars that have been lost and forgotten.
Oh.
There's a song I need to resurrect.
There it is. Yes, we have not read the phone number in a long time. Area code 845-584-1067. 845-584-1067 if you want to give these guys a call. Mr. Mick Kyte, how about giving us a song title? Or not a song title, Chris instead, but a song.
Can I play the whole song?
Nope, just the title.
Just give us the title here.
Remember the Alamo.
And then after this, we're going to talk about.
Remember the Alamo. Promote your album.
Yeah, after this, we want to talk about your album for a second, then get into the Tuna Goat story, if we can. Not Tuna Gate, Tuna Goat. Tuna Gate hasn't happened yet.
No, this sounds like it is Tuna Gate.
Okay, well, good. I cannot
wait. This is the Tuna
wait.
Gate committee that I'm in front of right now.
I love it.
The funny thing about me and this kid we're doing shows together is we don't play music that's anything like each other.
That is true. You two are a contradiction in musical styles.
But for some reason or other, it complements each other real well, and we enjoy playing. I did have the album just came out a couple of weeks ago. It's available everywhere online, but this song is not on the album.
Now you're doing like I do.
There you go.
It'll be on the next album. And we just lost Amanda. But this is one of those songs that I wrote, and I was like, this is kind of a goofy little song. I don't really think that much about it. And then my wife Glenda started telling me that it was her favorite song of mine, and then Chris started telling me how much he liked it, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe it is something. So here we go. Well, her heart belonged to Jesus, but she sure did like to cuss. Big brown eyes and soft lips, they put up a hell of a fuss. She was her mama's little angel, her daddy's pride and joy. She'd take a dip of Copenhagen and hang out with the boys. So let the fiddles play, we'll dance on the grass. I can't promise you tomorrow, but I can promise you this dance. Now Bobby, he was a loner, but he knew right from wrong. But laws are only suggestions, he didn't stick around too long. And when he saw that little angel, he stopped right there in his tracks. He was about to lose something, he could never take it back. So let the fiddles play, We'll dance on the grass. I can't promise you tomorrow, but I can promise you this dance. He's feeling kind of smooth as his hand moved up her thigh. And from the wrong end of a gun, he is looking her in the eye. As she purred to him, baby, there's something you just don't understand. You got two ways you can get to heaven: a hammer's click or like a gentleman. So let the fiddles play. We'll dance on the grass. Can't promise you tomorrow, but I can promise you this dance. Yeah, I can't promise you tomorrow, but I can promise you this dance.
Mick, Kyte, Nashville Night. And I can see why she likes that one the best. I love it. You know, before we get into the new album, I wanted to check and see. I meant to ask you off air before when you were on here. You had sent me this song you had written with Scotty. Is it Melton?
Scotty Melton, yeah.
Little Shoulders. Cash Hicks. Any update? How's he doing?
They're home for a while. He's not going through as intense treatments now as he has been. But they're at home, and they don't have to go back for another couple of weeks. And it looks like things are going pretty good. He looks good. I haven't actually met up with him or anything, but I just watch him on Facebook and stuff. It looks like he's doing well.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah, I think they're going to do something for him through Make-A-Wish.
Awesome.
That'll be real exciting for him. So hopefully things are going like we want it to.
Yeah, well, everybody keep praying. Cash Hicks, and they got a song out online there. Just Google that. Little Shoulders, written by Mick and Scotty Melton, and the proceeds go to help Cash.
Yeah, if you go online and you download the song through littleshoulders.bandcamp.com, when you click on the thing to download it, it's a minimum $2, but you can pay as much as you want for it. But it goes directly into their checking account.
Awesome.
I don't see a thing from it. I don't even know how many copies it sold. It just goes straight into their account.
Very cool. Very cool. New album that's out. Andy, you were holding it a while ago. I left mine over there just out of reach here, but I love this cover. It's Scars, the Appalachian Soul Primer. Would you explain the name there?
Well, first of all, it's Appalachian.
Appalachian. I'm sorry. I've been saying it wrong all these years. Appalachian, and my mama's from up there. That's why she smacked me. Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. That's something.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of get bristled about the mispronunciations. people trying to do that.
But I love it. I love that title.
The way it came about, "Scars" is the title song on the CD. But I was doing an interview last fall with Tom Netherland for the Bristol Herald Courier, and he was asking me what genre I play. And people have been asking me a long time, and I don't know. I'm not country, I'm not rock, I'm not bluegrass. I don't know. And I sat and thought about it, and what it is just a big old hodgepodge of everything I've been exposed to. The mountain ballads, bluegrass, country, old country, traditional country. I played in blues bands when I was in college, and you know, I've just got a whole bunch of stuff wrapped up in me. I was a metalhead for years. There's all kinds of stuff that's just wrapped up in who I am, and all of it is just stuff that is funneled through my end of the Appalachians. So I came up with, well, it's Appalachian soul. It's just the soul of the music from where I'm from.
I love it.
So in order to kind of put that out there, it's the subtitle of the album.
I love that. Andy's holding his hand. What you got to add, Andy?
I've not heard any of the songs. I think now Moon of Intentions, but these other songs here, She's Mad. Was that inspired by someone, or
who was mad when you wrote that?
Who was mad?
I refuse to answer that question.
On the grounds that it may incriminate you.
It's one of those songs that is a universal thing for anybody who's ever been in a relationship, and it goes both ways. But I just so happens I have been in relationships with women all my life, so she's mad, and that's just it's one of those universal type things. And and we can play it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of forethought not answering that, because I would have just gabbed and answered that.
I've been married 25 years, Hoss.
Okay, good. Yeah, and I've been married 3 times. It says it all, doesn't it? I love that. Great answer. Hey, you guys knew it was coming. We waited long enough.
Oh, God.
Tuna goat.
Okay.
What is that? Okay, I see it on you. This is, Mick, you have dubbed this the Tuna Goat Show.
Actually, Chris is the one that came up with that idea.
Well, I saw it on Facebook, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be true then.
We had to.
I love this. What's behind this?
Well, the thing is after we did a couple of these little shows together, and they're so much fun. I mean, we have such a good time together, and it's not every now and then a third person will be in on these with us. So we end up. I mean, it's not. It could be more than just us. But his nickname's the Goat. And last time we were down here, there was this great sign that said, "Oh my goatness," and that kind of got the whole goat thing going. Well, I never thought about it, but somehow, who told you I was Tuna? Did I tell you that?
You.
Oh, I told you that accidentally. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I let it slip that my nickname.
There's a song about that night too.
There was a slip of the tongue, and my nickname. Well, here you go, world.
You've already went too far. Go on,
Yeah,
man. Come on. Take the jump.
In the old days when I could play softball still yet, we were practicing, just doing the normal thing that 30-year-olds that still think they're athletes do. And we're out there trying to play a softball, and this ground ball gets hit right up the middle, and I'm at second base, and I do this ESPN diving, da-da-da-da-da-da type catch. Only I missed that ball by 20 foot. I didn't get nowhere near it. And I hit the ground, and I bounced, flipped up in the air, and my feet went over my head, and I face planted in the ground after that. And all I could hear was my buddy Chris, who I hope's listening to this and making sure I'm telling it right. All I hear is him just cackling. And our third baseman, she had this weird laugh. She's going, huh, 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 huh. And that just made it worse. And I get
Do that
up
one
and
more time, please. What was it? All right. Brian,
So
I want
I
you to
get
get
up-
that, sample that. We can use that every show from here on out.
Works for me.
Oh, I can do
Go
other
ahead.
ones. So I get up and I'm looking around and everyone's doubled over laughing, and I had to get up and brush my dirt off, and Chris just yells out, he goes, "You look like one of those big tunas when they throw it up on the boat and it's just flopping everywhere." So I laughed and went home, didn't think nothing about it. The next day we were playing again and somebody goes, "Hey, Tuna." I'm like, oh, God. So a week later, "Hey, Tuna. Hey, Big Tuna." Next thing you know, there's a logo. Like, all the softballs have Big Tuna wrote on it. And,
Man.
like, I couldn't walk onto a softball field and not be like, "Hey, Tuna, Big Tuna, you're the Tuna. Hey,
There you
Tuna,
go.
you're Tuna." And I'm like, oh, my Lord. And then I quit playing softball because my knees decided that they were going to be 85 years old when the rest of me's 40.
That's from that diving.
And,
Yeah.
huh?
That's from the ESPN dive you did.
Yeah, I wish.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
But I played 4 knee surgeries later. I finally had to quit, and I let it go for a while. And there's some old softball jerseys somewhere, Big Tuna on the back of them. If I can
Wow.
find one of them, I got to wear it to
Now,
the
if you would
show.
have got that
Oh, yeah.
trademark, you've been in the money now. Every time they use
Apparently,
that.
it was
Yeah.
on some TV show was where he got. I don't know. I didn't get it. But anywho, he was playing a show and something got brought up about the goat. Said, "Well, heck, I'm a tuna, so what difference?" I'm like, oh man. So somehow or another, he found a picture of a tuna playing a guitar on the internet, which I guess they're everywhere. So now I'm thinking, I could use that on a T-shirt. Not that anybody'd ever buy one of my T-shirts, but that would be kind of cool to have a T-shirt with a tuna playing a guitar on it.
Yeah.
So.
If you'll look at Chris's Facebook page, you'll see his birthday picture that I posted. That's a tuna
Tunas
playing the
everywhere.
guitar. Yeah.
Is he the tuna? I was trying to remember, Mark.
Is that where
I thought
that
it was,
is? That might
yeah.
have been where he got it. All I know is this turned into the Tuna Goat Show. And the funny thing is I actually more of a bear guy. I like bears. Because they all sound like Patrick Warburton when they talk, I guess. But the bears, they all sound like Patrick Warburton with a really deep voice. And, like, I'm a bear. So
Well, speaking of, happy birthday. Was that yesterday?
Saturday.
All right.
Yep, the big 4-1.
Yes. All right. Happy birthday.
It's that odd number that no one really celebrates. It's just like, you're 41. Yep. But we came up with a new theory that at 40, you take one off. until you get to like 25, and then you can add them back on to 40 and then take them back off that way.
My head's about to explode trying to fathom that right now. You know.
I'm a history teacher. Math doesn't have to make sense.
Oh, Mark Irish is in the house, my owner, and DJ Doctor, we love you, man. What you got?
You're talking about when you turn 40 and you start taking a year off. I came across when I hit about 48 years old. I stopped one day and I just went, you know what? This is probably the year that I can no longer double the years into my life. If you're 20 years old, you can probably see 40.
Yeah.
If you're 40 years old, you're probably going to see 80. If you're 47, you're not looking too good.
Yeah.
When you're in your 50s, I'm not going to have too many doubling of my years left in that. So I always kind of look that way. I'm like, oh, wow, I'm at the point where I can't double my lifespan anymore.
There's another song. You should put that in your list of hooks there that you've got.
Well, I think I'm too depressed.
Double the years.
I think I'm too depressed to continue the show now. Being that
Now it's a
doubling
great
mine
time
would be
for
90.
me to
You
do a
know?
Kill Somebody song.
Thank you, Mark. Oh gosh, that is true though. Gosh,
Yeah.
you know, 41, 82.
Now that I think about that.
Bud and Paul.
That was Bud and Mark.
I love that. Yeah. Paul, you haven't butted in
Sorry,
tonight.
Bud and Paul, that's your name.
I had to try.
We got Andrea Dawn out there listening. Chad Johnson. Chad's going to be on the show, right, in the future. He's out there listening. Andrea is, I think she's up in Ohio, too. And Miss Jackie Phillips out in Oklahoma, out there listening, checking in. How y'all doing? Thank you so much. Mr. Brian Carroll, Christian artist down in Anniston, Alabama. Glad you're listening, man. We got Mick, Kyte, Christopher Long. I don't even remember who's yeah, let's clap. Whose turn it is now. I think
it's mine.
It's your turn now.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Well, since I was here, I actually went in the studio and started another album.
All right.
And then wrote a bunch more songs, and now that album's kind of on the back burner because it may turn into another album. So, like I was saying earlier to Paul, I may end up just doing a box set and being done with it.
There you go. Yeah. Yes.
That's the downside, and my fiance will tell you, and Mick will tell you, it's like you write a ton of songs and you have an idea for an album in your head, and like, I guess in my train of thought, I want the album to all kind of tell a story. It needs, the whole album should tell the story, not just one song. I could care less about radio and all that, because that's, except for this radio. Yeah, there we go. But, I think
That's right.
I think it like a
there
concert.
is no other radio besides here.
Well,
That's
I think
right.
like
Beyond, there
in
you
a
go, man.
concert
Beyond.
setting and stuff, it works. But, I remember in the day when you put an album on, you knew what that album was about. And, like, I was writing one called Standing in a Line of Dragons. And that was the name of the song, and that was what I wanted to do because I was visualizing, being a kid, seeing people standing outside when it was cold, waiting to go into work, and all the smoke coming out of their mouth, the breath. You can see the breath, and it looked like a bunch of dragons standing in line. And I said something one day, and I said, man, or somebody hollered at me and said, what are you doing? I said, I'm just standing in line dragon right now. You're a what? You're a dragon in a line? I'm like, no, I'm standing in line, I'm dragging, I'm tired. Wait a minute, this is a song. Yeah. So I wrote this song, and I don't know that I've played it but one time since the studio, and then I think I played it at one of our shows. But this was going to be the title track of the album, but now the album is kind of in limbo, so I don't know what I'm doing with it. This is called Standing in a Line of Dragons. Standing in a line of dragons, people that shuffling their feet, working for the man making a living, 'cause you're called to make ends meet. Now I've got nothing in front of me, I got too many years left behind. Standing in a line of dragons, it's what you do when you want to survive. Years ago when I was younger, I see people standing in line. I said that would never be me, but there's something different in mine. The dreams of a young man can be simple and vain. I was standing in a line of dragons, wishing I could be young again. Now time take its toll, come made my skin seem wrinkled and old. Oh, and time ticking away, step closer to heaven than I was yesterday. I'm standing in a line I'm dragging, a place I never thought I would be. They paid for my roof, they paid for my sub, supported my family. Standing in a line I'm dragging, every day a little bit more. Punch my card and make me a living until I can't roar anymore.
Christopher Long, Nashville Night. Love it. So you have in mind right now the plans. The next album is going to be a concept album.
Yeah, I wanted it to tell a whole story. I wanted it to tell. I've had this huge one in my mind about just how I've watched things change over 30 years around home, and just seeing it just wither away, and a lot of people still holding on. And sometimes you have these resurrections, you have these moments of rebirth, and then it just fades away. And then even talking to people, like after, last time I was down here was right after the Gatlinburg fires.
Yes.
When we were down here after that. And, talking to people there, that what you see on the TV is not what's actually happening there. That it's dying. It's that the fires were devastating. That it's if you're outside of the little radius right around in there, the business is just not coming back into a lot of the places. And, I think we focus too much on happy stuff sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that, but sometimes it closes our eyes to things that's happening, that's going on. And you can only, what was it that Sarah Palin said? You can put lipstick on a pig? Or was that, anyway, the politician that said you can put lipstick on a pig and it's still a pig.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we seem to do as society now, and we take it that, we sugarcoat everything. We make it look flashy on the outside, but on the inside it's still what it was. It's still not right, and it's probably deeper than most of the people down here are going to try to write a song, because I don't worry about radio airplay and stuff. That's not. I just do songs to try to tell stories. That's what I want to see out of it.
Yes.
So.
Well, on that same subject of Gatlinburg.
Oh yeah.
An update, because once things fade from the news, we do just get fed the, hey, everything's still okay. They're open for business, that everything's back to normal. But is there immediate hope in the future for Gatlinburg, or is this an ecological thing that's going to take a generation to replenish itself?
We were talking with the business owner Saturday up there.
Yeah.
And the businesses are there. Everything's fine. They're open for business, but the people are just not getting there. It's like when the word went out that it burnt to the ground, when the media jumped the gun and told this wrong
That's what we
story.
Heard that night about 3 in the morning.
When they
that
told
Gatlinburg
you that
was,
the strip
gone.
was gone, everything was gone. It's not. It's still there. We were just there, and people are just not coming back. And the ones people that are coming back, what was the quote that we heard, that there's no shopping bags in their hands, that they're just walking and looking, that it's not, the business is not returning.
It's people that are coming through to see a train wreck. They want to come through.
Yeah,
to
they want to see
damage.
the devastation, and there's no devastation. It's been, the people have done an amazing job rebounding. I mean, it's a testament to the people that live there, how great of a job that the locals and everybody's done. and they've lifted each other up. And I mean, Dolly did great things for it, like we talked about last time, helping people out.
Yes.
And every catastrophe, bad things happen, and people will take advantage of people, and that's happened too.
Yes.
But you hear less and less about that. And now you just hear people, come down here. We need you to come down here. Come eat with us. Come watch a show. Come go to one of our. Come play putt-putt. Ride go-karts. Do something. But come down here and visit with us, and that's how it helps. And that's what. I mean, I'd love to see. I mean, we got the Smoky Mountain Festival coming up in August, and I'm hoping that brings in those crowds back that weren't there. So.
I'll be there definitely, and I'm very much looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Great things you just said. So all the listeners out there, definitely check out Gatlinburg. Go wherever you're at. It's in East Tennessee for those who aren't in the immediate area here. A great vacation destination. My opinion, the most beautiful place on the face of the earth.
Oh, it's beautiful.
If I wasn't living here, I'd live up there. Andy?
I was, up there, Sunday and Monday of this, past week, and I'm sure you guys kind of noticed too that actually the mountain is healing. There's a kind of rebirth. Yeah. And the thing I noticed the most was the grass, how green it is.
It's beautiful.
That's the brightest green I've ever seen the Smokies. So this year, I'm sure by spring or even May or as we get later in the summer. The mountain's going to be beautiful,
right?
And even uptown Gatlinburg, I was up there, and there was some smaller family-owned restaurants that have not rebuilt.
Yeah,
those are total losses. There was one little small restaurant there over the Parkway, over on the other side going toward Greenbrier that I ate at that was across from Alamo. Mm-hmm. That was a small family-owned business, and I believe that whole family had everything they had. Invested in that, and they were from, I believe, Honduras.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be able to rebound or come back. But one thing a lot of people forget is there was a lot of homes that were burned.
Oh yeah.
It was not just the businesses; it was the actual residents that
homes.
Lost their homes.
Did I hear right? 1,000.
Yeah, and one bad thing is they lost a whole bunch of apartment complexes too.
Yes, and apartment complexes as well.
That's where the people lived that ran all the shops and the businesses and the employees and the waitress and
up toward the
bartenders.
Park Vista around that area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and if you've ever been there, they dodged a bullet.
Yes.
I mean, the bullet that they dodged from that fire, it could have been 1,000 times worse.
It could have destroyed Gatlinburg.
I mean, that was a blessing. But, I mean, we've got a lot of friends up there, and it is every time you go in, you're like, hey, how's everything going? It's like, we're still trying to get it going, trying to get them back. So
well, you're doing what you can. You put the word out.
Yeah, that's why everybody will do that and start
do.
drawing people in it, and all of us that play music down there and stuff, you do what you can do to help. But because it's, we go down there to play, but those people, we're down there once a month. They're down there 7 days a week.
Yes.
So there's a huge difference. This is about helping each other out.
We're going to take a quick break here for the 10 o'clock Central Time hour. You're listening to the Nashville Night Show on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network.
You're listening to Music City's finest on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network, NSRNlive.com. Back to more great music and interviews on Nashville Night.
All right, we got Mick, Kyte, and Christopher Long in here. Before we go to back-to-back songs, which we're going to call our lightning round, Mark Irish, of the Last Chance Saloon is in the house, going to tell us what's going on. Something going on every night of the week here at the Last Chance Saloon, 8144 McMinnville Highway in Morrison, Tennessee, right outside of McMinnville and Manchester, right in between. So we got a lot of great things going on. Love Tuesday night. We do 4 to 7. We do a group write. We've got done with. We've almost been doing the group songwriting thing every week. Chris, you were involved in one of those.
Down to one. Yes, I did.
Yeah, that was great. Paul, we got done with the one here. Today, we've written, 20, 30-something songs in the past year. Got interest in recording. Somebody might want to record one. Then 7 to 8:30-ish, the Midnight Madness show, 8:30-ish to 10, right here, or maybe a little after 10, like we're doing tonight, the Nashville Night Show. Tomorrow night, is that bingo?
No, bingo is Monday night. We got Monday night's bingo, runs at 7 o'clock. Come on out, have fun. That's a good crowd there. They get a little rowdy. And then Tuesday night, of course, is the 2 radio shows. And then Wednesday night is a Dirt League night. Last Chance sponsors 3 teams. Right now, actually team number 2 is undefeated, going for a second straight title. So we got 2 A teams and 1 D team, I believe it is. So come on out, check those out. It's a lot of fun. But we travel around between McMinnville and here, so there's always darts on Wednesday nights. And then Thursday nights we have the live jams. Oh, my. If you're a musician and you want to just let your hair down and just let it fly.
Yeah.
Last week we had about, I think it was 24, 25 artists. Several guys out of Nashville, several touring players came out. And, man, they were just round robin going up and down on that stage, and it was crazy.
Every kind of instrument you can think of has been played.
Oh,
up there
yeah.
too, at one
We
time or
have
another.
horn players. We got, trumpet players. We have a sax player. I love it. And the horn player, the trumpet player, he's here every week now. And he's phenomenal. So we got all kinds of stuff. The equipment's here. Bring your guitar. We do have amps set up, but if you want to bring your own amp, have your own sound, a lot of your electric players like that. We do have sets up for acoustic guitars. But Thursday night starts at 8 o'clock, goes until midnight or whenever it gets over with. It's a great night. That's also the night that we do 7 to 9. Yes, you're going to hear it come from my lips. Free draft beer.
Yeah. There you go.
They're lining up now.
That's the most applause we've got all night. We've got a lot,
Yes, free beer.
I love that.
They love to drink, don't they? Mathematically, it works out just fine. Yes, it's free draft from the hours of 7 to 9 p.m. Come on out and have a good time. It's 50-cent wings also that night. So we just have a blast. There's a lot of great fans, a lot of great fun that night. This place is packed. There was almost near 60 cars in the parking lot last Thursday night.
Goodness gracious. Friday, karaoke. Heartthrob hosts that, doesn't he?
Yes. Yeah.
And he's even threatened to wear a Speedo to it a few times.
No, he doesn't need to.
He doesn't even need to. But he's volunteering if needed.
You know what's sad is we have actually a couple of women that encourage him to do so.
I know.
And they need to be shot outside.
They should be at least arrested for that.
Exactly. There is crimes for that. There's visual crimes, and that should not be allowed. Yeah, that's bad. Saturday, I'd love to tell you who the band is, but every time I go to my Facebook page, it pops up the band that was just here, so I can't figure out who is this coming Saturday, but I'm sure it's good.
But there's going to be a good band. Y'all have all kinds of great bands that come through.
We always have great bands.
I do know circuit of bands who come through.
I know we got Mike Griffin in the mix. I know we got Monkey Wrenches coming up. I know we got the Hilltop Shakers coming back. So there's a bunch of great groups. We just had Crosstown here. It was packed in here Saturday night. No cover charge, so come on out and join the band, dance away the night. And then Sunday we have our normal. We did have The Walking Dead. That seems to be dying out apparently. I don't know why, but
that's a shame because I would love that if I watched that show.
Yeah. So we got it on TV. So if you want to come out and watch it out, we got it. We have popcorn that night, and then also we got our.
Final Four this weekend will be here.
Final
too,
Four
you know.
this weekend.
Yeah.
And I was kind of shocked at, what about that Wisconsin game, huh?
Oh, my gosh. It had to be hard for you to watch that. And the funny
Yes.
thing about that, Wisconsin hits it to send it in overtime with the same kind of shot.
Same shot, yeah.
That Florida hit it to win it. And you don't see those running jumpers too much in this day and age.
Yep. And
what a tournament.
Just to get it in bounds over the biggest guy that Wisconsin could put on the line. Yeah, that's why they call it, March Madness.
Yeah.
It's a great, great contest. So, that's coming up real soon. But we also have we also throw darts. We have a blind dart on that day. And then we usually have pool in the afternoon. If you want to come down and shoot pool with us. Always something going on. I'm thinking, is there anything I'm missing there, Randy?
Not only did we talk about the bingo on Monday.
Bingo on Monday nights. Yeah, it starts at 7 o'clock. No free
Brian?
anything that night. Just come on out and beat the crap out of the woman beside you. One bingo.
There you go. Producer B, what were you saying there?
Yeah, the band Saturday night will be underrated, Mark.
Underrated will be
Underrated,
the band.
yes. Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Every time I went on my phone, I go to a Facebook page. It don't matter what Facebook page, and I'm looking at it, and it'll like update in your hand and go to something else. And then I take forever to try to find. I found a cool recipe on my Facebook page today, and it updated right in front of me. I can't find that recipe
sometimes
anymore.
technology is too fast.
Yeah,
and
drives
too
me-
good.
I'm too slow.
Yeah, well, that's
too slow.
Me too. I'm with you there.
But underrated this year, this coming Saturday night. Yeah, on no cover charge, so come on out and check out the band. A great band.
Facebook, Last Chance Saloon Facebook page, very good page.
Yep.
Update you with what's going on here.
Yeah, go with it on your regular, laptop because these cell phones just do me crazy.
Yeah.
So it does crazy. So, I appreciate you letting me jump in here and
Oh,
plug
man,
the,
that's what it's
the
all
bar a
about,
little
man.
bit.
Thanks for doing this.
Well, come on out. We got a lot of stuff planned out through the whole summer long. So, and Crystal the cook is working, and she makes the best wings in
the
town.
best burgers. I think I gained a few pounds last week back because I love her burgers.
Now, Charlie Allen comes in. Now, we know Charlie Allen, the singer-songwriter extraordinaire. He comes into town. He gets a veggie burger,
He does it.
which is actually just a hamburger wrapped in lettuce. And
That's
all
what I
the-
get too. Yeah.
yeah.
I guess we call it the Charlie burger.
Well, we call it the Randy burger.
Oh, yeah.
You're the first one to get it. So
Charlie got it.
we'll call it the Randy burger. So, all right, back to the talent. You guys, here you go.
Mark Irish, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Miss Amanda returns to the microphone. You've been awfully quiet tonight. We're getting ready to kick the guys into our lightning round. Back-to-back songs. Do you want to say anything before we get to that?
Well, I don't know. Do you want me to talk about the Folk Fest really quick again?
Really quick, yes. Let's
Yes,
do
yes.
that.
First weekend of May, Folk Fest, Stonewood Bluff. Everybody needs to be there. Check it out on Facebook. It's going to be a great weekend. Bunch of bands playing. Hope you guys can come out if you're available. I know you guys are really busy. You got 5 shows this week.
What weekend is it?
It's the first weekend of May, May 5th through the
I'm
7th.
in South Carolina.
Oh, darn.
Yeah. Me and Cadroni are down there.
All right. Maybe
it all
next
goes
year.
back to John Contorni. Every
Yeah,
bad
it's
thing out
always
there,
Cadroni.
We love you,
John's
John.
fault.
Whose turn is it? I'm sorry. I'm such a great host. I forgot whose turn it is.
I think it's mine.
All right, Mick, Kyte, we're going to go back-to-back with you guys.
Uh-oh.
We're going to go about another 15 minutes here, if that's okay.
All right. Well, this one actually is on the CD, and Andy brought it up, and I promise I do some serious songs. I really do, but this ain't one of them. Well, I woke up this morning and the bed was empty. She's mad. Go to hell and lipstick on the bathroom mirror. She's mad. Spray painted on the wall in the kitchen. She's mad. Just like she caught me making out with her sister, kind of mad. She's mad, 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 but her over the hills, she's mad. She's spitting and a fussing and a screaming and a cussing, she's mad. Well, I'm diving for cover and a hiding my head, she's mad. She's mad, 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 oh good Lord, she's mad. Well, she wrapped my truck around a telephone pole, she's mad. She put super glue on my toilet seat, she's mad. She put ground up glass in my meatloaf, she's mad. Like I showed up drunk at her mama's house, kinda mad. She's mad, 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 better run for the hills, she's mad. She's spitting and a fussing and a screaming and a cussing, she's mad. Well, I'm diving for cover and a hiding my head, she's mad. She's mad, mad, mad. Oh, good Lord, she's mad. Well, she carved it in the seat of my Harley. She's mad. She built a bonfire out of my guitar. She's mad. Well, I don't think I can ever go home. She's mad. I'm looking for a bunny bowling on my stove, kind of mad. She's mad, mad, mad. Better run for the hills. She's mad. She's spitting and a fussing and a screaming and a cussing. She's mad. Well, I'm diving for cover and I'm hiding my head. She's mad. She's mad, mad, mad. Oh, good Lord, she's mad. She's mad, mad, mad. Oh, good Lord, she's mad. She's mad, mad, mad. Oh, good Lord. God, I ticked her off.
Oh, I love that. Mick Kyte, very quickly, that is too in-depth. Something inspired that. Either you or somebody you may know has went through something very similar, right?
A friend told me about it.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's okay. You can let it out now. It's killing you to keep it inside as a on-air session here, but that's great. You know, I want to send that out to my lovely wife, Jamie Fincham, who let me know she's listening. So what better song to send out? I hope she didn't hear all the words there, because
on the CD, you can play it for her when you get home.
I can. So it's on the CD. So you just gave a lot of women out there ideas of what they can do to their man when they get mad.
Yeah.
Wow, love it. One more, real quick for the CD. Well, Chris, song.
Especially you.
Another song here. Then we're gonna hit both the albums where you can find you online, and we can find the album and upcoming dates. So what you got?
This is one that we've never played out. It's called "Don't Walk Away, Rose." Me and Mick wrote this last week.
Yeah,
like that. So I've never played this. So here we go. Trailer hooked up on a tail hitch, and all our lives packed up inside. We gotta get out of here now, Rosie, and find a place to start a new life. And now we're heading north, north on 95. Now we're heading north. Rosie, dry your eyes. Don't walk away, Rose. Away, Rose. We never told the kids any different. They don't know what a pink slip's for, but they both saw that piece of paper. The banker nailed on our front door. Now we're heading north, and north on 95. And now we're heading north. Rosie, dry your eyes. Don't walk away, Rose. Don't walk away, Rose. No one said that it'd ever be easy. Rosie, I don't know if we'll get very far. of savings in my front pocket. Have a tank of gas in this old car. We're heading north, north on 95. Oh, we're heading north. I need you by my side. Oh, we're heading north, north on 95. And now we're heading north. Rosie, dry your eyes. Don't walk away, Rose. Don't walk away, Rose. Don't walk away. Don't walk away, Rose.
Chris Long, Nashville Night. Andy, you got the new album from Mick in the hand. It is, say it again, because I don't want to say the A word wrong.
It's called Scars, the Appalachia Soul Premiere.
Did he say it wrong?
He said it wrong. He said actually the whole thing wrong. It's
Okay, the Appalachian Soul Primer.
the Appalachian Soul Primer. There we go.
I got to remember that. Where can that be found? Mick Kyte, the Appalachian Soul Primer.
Yes.
I did it right. We
There
did it.
you
The
go.
Appalachian. We'll do it
So
next time.
I've just got one thought. So, okay, you guys, you play together, but you don't play together.
Right.
Why?
No.
Why do you not play together? Because I'm listening to
Great
both
question.
of you guys, and you're both great. You really are. But I can so visualize you being together. You guys need to do a song together.
You know, you think we would sometime.
Yeah, I think you would. I think you should.
But every time we get together, we're like, okay, let's practice this when we write another song.
We end up writing another song.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
I mean,
That's not a bad route to take.
there's no limit, though, you know? It's like if one of you is like, oh, well, I don't know about that, then just compromise, guys. Come on.
He's the
do it
only
for us.
person that's got me to play lead in like 15 years.
Wow.
And that was the other night on a Rolling Stones song.
Well, I just
So,
personally want to hear more of that. I want to hear you guys together.
Yeah, she's
I
right.
want to hear that.
She really is right.
Well, one of the things I hate, I mean, it's not with Mick, but we've been at these rounds and people jump in, try to play, and they can't play your song, or they play it in their style and stuff like that. And
that's when you spit a tic tac at them, right?
yeah, if I had Tic Tacs, yes.
Yeah.
But no, but we both run into that. We both have been on stage before, and somebody that has just butchered what we were doing, and you're like, oh man, how do you recover from that? And it's one of those things. We talked about doing this, and we've been wanting to sit down and work our setup. But where we've not, I don't want to just jump in and mess up him on a song. It's just, I've always thought it was a good courtesy to have to not jump in and play with somebody unless you're supposed to. So
That should be passed into law. Cannot an executive order be issued that cannot happen anymore? Jumping in on a song. Yeah, then they'll shut it down, which is a travesty. My gosh, how long are you guys in town for? Again,
I think Chris is
Nashville
taking
area.
off tomorrow.
I'm leaving
We're going to
tomorrow
hang out
evening.
for an extra day and just kind of walk around and goof like sightseers,
All right.
be tourists.
Well, how about we get a bonus song from the guys? Y'all okay with that? Everybody? Because I've got a request for Mr. Long.
I was going to say I've got the eyeballs back there on the song that she's probably wanting me to do.
Okay, well, you know what? I understand the wife or the future wife always comes first. I don't want to put your life in danger because I know what happens. Because Mick said a friend, she was mad. But when he comes back around to you, play what the future bride wants. Mick, what you got?
I'm going to play one that will allow me to go home after the last one.
There you go. That's important. Yeah.
Striking matches to watch them burn. Down my fingers tossed, then another turn. Waiting for the sound of your car sliding in. Grinding gravel for that door slams again. knowing that when you hit that door, the fire, it'll burn just like before. We go together like fire and gasoline. One spark can burn up everything. Burning in your eyes, the pounding in my brain. When we're together, baby, it's like fire and gasoline. The night is dark and quiet before the storm. Hear the house creak and shake for what's in store. We both swore we'd never light that fire again. The night's flame is a fight that we can win. This ain't the last time you'll hit that door. And that fire, it'll burn forevermore. We go together like fire and gasoline. One spark can burn up everything. The burning in your eyes, the pounding in my brain. When we're together, baby, it's like fire and gasoline. That fire started burning down deep inside, fueled by passion and dreams. But when your skin, it touches mine, it's gasoline. We go together like fire and gasoline. One spark can burn up everything. Burning in your eyes, the pounding in my brain. We're together, baby, it's like fire and gasoline. You light the fire, baby, I'll pour on the gasoline. You light the fire, baby, I'll pour on the gasoline. You light the fire, baby, I pour on just a little more gasoline.
Kyte, Nashville Night, track number 2 off the new album Scars, the Appalachian. The Appalachian Soap Primer available.
Did you say soap primer? Or
I did.
Okay.
Okay. Kyte and the Goat Whiskey Deluxe. Have we not said that? There goes the voice
Your
again.
Frogger's starting
I'm
to
getting
come
Frogger
back.
again.
You got baby Frogger right
Oh man,
now.
I might need y'all to take
comes
over.
Froggy.
Oh. Great song.
Frogs, Chris.
All right.
Christopher, Chris, next time I see you,
I've got to
probably
do that song.
You'll be a married man.
Yes.
You know, and
Well,
Geraldine, congratulations to
When's the date?
Geraldine. And
When is it?
May 28th.
Oh.
You were just
Sorry,
checking to see
didn't mean
she
to put you on the
remembered, right?
Well, the thing is we have I've got that weekend blocked off that I can't play. I can play Saturday. We play Saturday, but we can't play on Sunday. And then the week of June 12th, I'm not allowed to play because our honeymoon involves going to see Tom Petty.
Oh, there
so
you go.
There's
love that.
anybody can go to the beach. I mean, it's sand and people that I don't want to be around.
Yeah,
but
that's
Tom Petty, now
Yeah.
Tom Petty's something different now.
That is
so
awesome.
we're going to go see Tom Petty, and we had planned to go see Journey, but daggum, their tickets are expensive. When I'm looking at their tickets and I'm looking at a Martin and I'm going, tickets, Martin guitar, Tickets, Martin Guitar.
That's
I went,
right.
yeah.
Journey
So-
will come back later on. Yeah,
Well, John Mellencamp's going to be in Cary, North Carolina, so John is one of my heroes that I've never seen.
Okay, quickly, shows you guys want to push real fast before we go into the last song.
Well, we'll be at Bobby's tomorrow. Saturday's a pretty big one. We've got we're playing the Mountain Matinee radio show in Bristol
Canjo John.
with Canjo John, and that's on 870 AM and 100.7.
Yeah.
Back home, if anybody back home's listening. And then we're going to be at Jiggy Ray's in Elizabethton, and that's always a fun night. So we want to pack the house on that one.
And then we're in Knoxville the next morning early.
Yeah,
You guys be
oh my
careful in
gosh.
Knoxville. You got, you know,
Well,
you're
yeah,
known
well,
around there.
we're hoping those people aren't out early in the morning because they've been up committing crime all night, so they're sleeping. in.
Yeah. Okay, and you guys are everywhere. You're going to be back down here. Mr. Paul's got a special announcement.
Y'all got anything going July 13th?
Yes. It's something that we're doing around here in Manchester.
Yeah.
And I will apologize. I don't remember the name of the place. I just know we're coming down with you.
Songwriters on the Square at the West Main Brick Oven,
That's it.
right on the square
We're here.
in Manchester.
So
And that's July 13th, and you two are the only Eastern Tennesseans
Oh.
that I've got booked thus far.
We can wrangle up a third, I'm sure.
I've been trying to get that old Condroni guy, but, you know,
Yeah.
he's very
It's that working the
standoffish.
next morning thing. I understand.
Yeah. Well, I
That gets in the
understand
way,
it
yeah.
too, but you know, you can always call in out of town. But I got to get Derek Batts's contact information because I'd like to get Derek down here too. But this April 13th, this month coming up, I've got quite the local show going on. I've got Mr. Mavis Jackson, who does all the hosting up at Smokehouse on Mont Eagle. And he's followed by Miss Marilyn Harris.
I love Maryland, yeah.
Yeah, I love Maryland is great. And there's some guy playing at 8 o'clock.
He sucks, though. Yeah,
His name's
he better have his voice back by then, yeah.
Jackson. No, it's not Jackson. It's Randy Fincham.
I'm gonna be there.
Randy Fincham
Hopefully I'll
will
be
be
with a
playing
full
April
voice.
13th
I was
at the
trying to
West
look-
Maiden Brick Oven at 8 o'clock, followed by Sean Underwood Smith.
remember everybody.
And I do believe Sean's making a comeback tour, and
Awesome,
that
great.
might be one of the first shows she does. And she is followed and closed off the evening by Mr. David Watson.
We love David. Tell us about the last show really quick. How did that turn out? The first show, the kickoff show, the premiere show.
That was the very first show. It was a kickoff show just last month. We're doing it every second Thursday of every month. So, and hopefully it'll expand because it went really well. The first one had this superstar that opened up the show. I can't remember his name. It was something Paul somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Something Roman. It was, Paul
Yeah,
Caesar.
Cicero.
No, not
Cicero.
That was
Cicero.
Cicero. That's it.
Cicero.
Yeah, that orator guy.
Yeah.
And,
Bud and Paul.
Yeah.
Bud and Paul, yes. He butted in and opened the entire series. but I mean, we had. But oh, you're just coughing
I'm
over
just
there.
coughing.
I thought you were chuckling at me, and I.
No, I try to do
was
that
gonna
too. The
continue.
cough kind of overrides it.
And I just scared Mandy away because I've been hovering over her shoulder for so long. Andy's sitting here going, "Why do you keep blowing in my ear?"
That's me, Andy. And you know why?
Because I'm just that kind of irritating.
No pun intended, right? Yeah.
But yeah, we had a good crowd. We had it's 30-minute sets for each songwriter. So we have a bucket for tips, and then at the end of 30 minutes, we dump the bucket. That songwriter takes his tips, and everybody walked out of there with like $40. So that was kind of cool. So the tippers were good. The food is really awesome. If you like authentic Italian brick oven pizza, I mean, they actually built a fire-breathing brick oven to make their pizzas on. So it's good food and good times and good music. And I'll just stop talking now.
Well, great. So you
Mick's-
guys going to be there
Mick's over
July
there
30,
laughing at me as
13th.
always.
July the 13th.
July 13th. All right. Well, Chris, how about a final song here? And
All right, this one I was gonna like trash, and then she told me not to. This is called "Love Me with Your Eyes." And this is not a me song at all. That's why I was gonna trash it. And some people need a hand to hold on to, or a light show them the way. But I don't need nothing like that. There's just one thing made me stay. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. When you love me, when you love me, and love me with your eyes. Some people need to be swept off the feet. They're covered with gold or diamond ring. But I see right through that. And there's one thing, it's everything to me. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. When you love me, when you love me with your eyes, with your eyes. When you love me, when you love me with your eyes. When you hold me tight, and just nothing ever feels so right. Your eyes, you can't disguise how much you love me. When you love me with your eyes. Some people need divided attention, be treated like a king or like a queen. But I don't need another subject. Get what I want when you look at me. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. When you love me, when you love me, and love me with your eyes, with your eyes. When you love me, when you love me, and love me with your eyes.
Chris Long, Nashville Night, beautiful Beautiful song. Congratulations on the upcoming wedding.
Yeah, I just have something to add to that real quick from a
yes.
woman's standpoint. If you're not going to sing the vows, you should at least sing that song for your lady on the day of the wedding.
The great
What
irony
do you think
is,
about that? You could go for that, right?
that's not the song I proposed on stage in a
that's even
theater.
better.
wow.
That's awesome.
And actually, there's another song, and I don't remember it. So
Because the night was so overwhelmingly beautiful.
it's in here, but I never remember to play it. And it's like she bugs me to play it all the time. And I'm like, okay.
Well, you better be sharpening that up, buddy.
That's awesome. Great
You're going to be
song.
doing dishes
Thank you,
for the
Randy.
first year.
Hey,
The Buzzy Orange, you may remember it in 35 years.
35 years.
In church, beside of Nicole Kigman. Yeah.
Congratulations, Darylyn. I hope
Thank
you'll
you, thank
reconsider and sing the vows just once, just one time. It'll be an unforgettable wedding.
It'll be beautiful.
Awesome. Okay, afterwards. Chris, where can you be found online?
Chris Long Music on Facebook and Chris Long 5 on Reverb Nation. Once again, Chris Long 1 is some Swedish rapper, and don't go there because that's not me.
Mick?
Facebook, Reverb Nation, both. It's Mick Kyte Music.
All right. Everybody, you guys, Andy, Amanda, want to add anything there at the end? You're speechless. My gosh, it's been a great show,
I did
hasn't
my
it?
part, so.
Yeah, one more hand for these guys. Christopher
Thank you.
Long,
Thank
Mick
you.
Kite, love you guys. This has been every bit the show I thought it would be, which is why we went way over, which we did again. Chris Cataldo, Brian Howell, producer Brian, I hope you don't mind that we went over. And thanks everybody out there for listening. Marcus Hit the Irish here at the Last Chance Saloon for letting us, giving us a venue and a place to highlight these great artists. What a fun show it's been. Have you guys back on, okay? All right, so if you're done serving your sentences, as soon as you get out, I'm here, and you can have you guys back on the show. But all serious, we'd love to have you back on. So thanks everybody for listening. This is Randy Fincham for Andy Barton and for Amanda Morris signing off, saying good night, everybody. See you next week right here on the Nashville Night Show on the Nashville Songwriters Radio Network.